Hey everyone, so in today's video we're gonna do like a quick little glamour magic routine for that I do to like get ready for my day, and also where I am like in my spiritual journey and as far as my artist journey and just where I'm at in life, because it's been like 3 weeks since I uploaded a YouTube video, so I feel like I owe y'all an update. Alright, so my glamour magic routine, which is a part of my daily routine, not daily, like if I'm like around the house, even if I'm going out, but as long as like I don't have to be professionally like on camera, I'll do this. So I take my, this is a lip pencil, I think, or is it a brow pencil? I don't know. It's a lip. Let's call it a lip pencil. But I use it to dress my third eye and like with like lines or dots leading to my crown chakra. So I do it right here. So so let's just go ahead and jump into it. Let me put some lip gloss on because I feel like I look crazy. Well, my lips look a little crazy. So I feel like one of the last videos that I did was, saying expedite and, no, maybe it was like my dream job. Okay. So 2 weeks ago, I decided that I was going to work with Saint Expedite again. Like I have a working relationship with Saint Expedite. Like when I first started using him, someone advised me to only use him like twice a year, like because he may not want to work with you like multiple times a year, but that is a whole lie. I do. I use my tarot cards to do my divination to make sure that he's open and available to working with me. All right, so I had to go grab my tarot cards. So when I'm first about to work with Saint Expedite, I'll ask him, like, I'll channel him, think about the color red, think about me working with him in the past, or just honestly just chanting his name or telling him to come through. And once you feel like your heart chakra is centered, you can pull your card, or you can tell Saint Expedite like to knock a card out of the deck. And usually it comes up like if you just, I'm not good at shuffling, like I just be tossing it back and forth, but like usually something that pokes out the deck like this is usually the one that I go for. So if I say like Saint Expedite, do you want to work with me? Of course he's gonna say no because he's already working with me right now. But if the no card pops out, that's a straight up like no, I can't work with you. But there's also there's 3 answers in this deck. There's no, there's yes. You can see that it was backwards, and then let me see. There's maybe. I want to find a card that says maybe. There it goes. Maybe. But it's clear, it's like a clear-cut divination. So before you work with any spirit or bring any offerings to your altar for a spirit, like divination first. Like, but you can use pendulums, Uno cards. Tarot cards are really, really cheap. You can get them from Five and Below. You can get them off Amazon. Like, this is a regular deck off Amazon. I don't even know the name of the deck, but when it came in, I blessed it, made sure it had all the cards it was supposed to have, and just blessed it with incense smoke and my energy like this, and just charged it on my altar. And then after a few hours, I got up and I did my first tarot reading, and that was like months ago. So back to what I was saying. I did my divination, and of course he does want to work with me. Well, he did want to work with me, and then I proceeded to light a red candle, and I put what I wanted Saint Expedite to bring me, and I wanted him to bring me a full-time job as a graphic designer, because like right now I'm in the tech field, and I need work that like I want to create a creative like life for myself where I don't have to escape from a job, take a vacation from a job, like all like the vacations, the job, all of it can intertwine all at once if I wanted to. So me being a graphic designer has been a dream of mine since I was 18 years old. I am about to be 36 this year, and I'm like, you know what? I know how to draw. I know how to do graphic design really well. Like I've been doing graphic design for like 10 years. So let me go ahead and, stop putting that dream on the back burner and actually start working towards making that my reality. Because like when I was homeless and, the Airbnb, the only thing that I really wanted was a just a job, like a remote job that I could work from home so I can continue to homeschool my kid. So that's that's what I did. And I didn't work with St. Expedite to get that job. I actually worked with I did a sugar jar to get that job. So um so now like where I'm at, like it's like let's go ahead, stop putting this dream on the back burner. I didn't went to school for tech. I went to school for business. I went to school for what is that called? To be a web developer, and I'm still not a graphic designer, and I'm still not in a field that is good for my nervous system for the level of peace that I am calling in, not even just calling in, but want for my life. So I am still, St. Expedite says the job is supposed to be coming this week. I'm not, like, the timing in the spirit world is so different from the timing in the 3D is so different. And another thing that I have been doing that I have never done before with St. Expedite, that's how I know like we're in a deeper working relationship. So as I am filling out these job applications, I used my tarot to do divination, and I did divination to see if it was okay for me to do divination while I'm filling out job applications, so I don't waste my time. Because there is a very specific job that St. Expedite is working on getting me, with specific salary requirements in a specific time limit. So, as I come across these job applications, I ask ChatGPT, I'm like, does this match, like my qualifications perfectly? And, ChatGPT will be like, no, you can adjust, this, or yes. But then when I get that yes from ChatGPT and I'm sure about it, I'll go ahead and I'll, pull a card saying, hey, St. Expedite, is this is this the job, is this could this be a possible candidate for a job? And you can either pull yes, you can either pull no. And even before that, I asked St. Expedite while I was doing divination, like sometimes divination isn't just a one card pull. Sometimes like you'll get like murky answers, and it's like, okay, I need something clearer, like come through clearer. And St. Expedite actually gave me a choice. He gave me a choice. I said, so am I going, okay, so I wanted a job that paid as close to $100,000 a year as possible, because I'm not no beginner when it comes to graphic design. So I want to be sure that I am paid well, for my creativity. So so like I said, like divination sometimes isn't like a clear cut, like just like a one card pull. So I asked St. Expedite, I said, hey, is this job that I'm looking for, well, that you're gonna help me get, is there, can you help me get a job that makes, as close to 100K as possible? And so St. Expedite was like, yes. So I'm like, am I gonna get this job in 2 weeks? Like, let's just say it's like 85,000. Can you do that? And I pulled a yes. And I said, can you help me get this job in 2 weeks? And I pulled another card, and he was honest. He said no. So I said, it's gonna take about a month. So just throwing out like different timelines. And so I pulled another card, and it said maybe. So I really didn't, like, that was clear enough for me to know, like, okay, I don't want to go that route. So I'm like, so is it possible for you to help me get a graphic design job in 2 weeks? Pulled the card, and I pulled a yes. And so I said, all right, so do I have to lower my standards for the pay grade if I want this job within the next 2 weeks? And I pulled another card, and it was a honest yes. Like, I can't make this shit up. You gotta go do it and try it yourself. I'm giving you the blueprint here, and you can go try it and see if it works for you. And this is like this is my system. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can use tarot cards, use, your altars, these spirit guides, like, you can, like, spirituality, like witchcraft, hoodoo, it's not a clear cut, like, it's not Christianity. Like, it's not like a way, it's not like a very specific way of doing it. Like, but what you have to remember is that you are the sovereign being. Like, I made this video on TikTok the other day where I was reading this book. It's called The Truth About Manifestation and Why You Don't Manifest What You Want. And it was basically saying, like, faith without works is dead, which I agree with. Okay. So I don't know why I did that. So first it said, like, faith without works is dead, which I agree with, but it also said that you don't control the timeline and when you get what you're working towards. And I'm sorry, that has not been my experience. In my experience, I have, like, and it encourages, like, for you to suffer. Like, that book, it was like, so many people were recommending it in the comments on my TikToks that have been going viral. But, honey, let me tell you, no. Like, yes, suffering, not even, like, I guess suffering, yeah, like, it's a part of life. But when it comes to you, your money, your success, you having a house over your head, you being able to provide for the kids that you brought into this world, you being able to provide for yourself, like, there should be no suffering. Like, the systems that were put into place that people think could help them get the American dream, like, even a lot of these charities, like, they were not systems and charities that were necessarily built for us, right? So where hoodoo comes in at, hoodoo, our ancestors built these systems built that system to make life work for them. So if it was built by your ancestors, then you can build your own system. So I call that chaos magic. I might be wrong, but I might be using it wrong, but that's how I like to put it. Like, the mixture of the traditional hoodoo, the traditional way of doing hoodoo, and then, mixing, deities, in it, because, originally deities like Saint Expedite, like, I work with Hecate, like, she's not like a hoodoo or like African based deity. And, like, some people on TikTok, some people on YouTube preach to stay away from, these what do they call them, pagan, I don't know. Like, I don't look at Hecate like that. Hecate found me. Hecate came to me because she believed that she could help me. And let me tell you, since I've been working with Hecate, I have grabbed life by the bowls. Okay, I am okay with being the confrontational, bubbly black girl, people think I'm weird and unusual and bubbly and happy, but like, try to cross me, step out of line, okay? I will switch characters. The plot will switch real quick, okay? But like I was saying, you know, I asked Saint Expedite, I said, can you help me get this job in 2 weeks? And there, you know, there was a yes. So I had it. So if I want to get out of this tech field, well, this tech, if I want to get out of this tech field, it's possible, but, and I can do it in 2 weeks, but I have to, I'm looking for the right word, but I basically have to sacrifice how much I actually want to get paid. So it will be more than what I'm getting paid now, but that 100K, I'm gonna have to spend another spell and try to get favor on that. And the reason why I use Saint Expedite and why I'm working so closely with him is because, like, I've been doing freelance work for the past 11 years inside of graphic design. Nothing, you know, corporate agency level. So, and I don't have a degree in it. So it's like, hey, help me out. I'm here. But that was the blueprint of how I am currently doing my job search for that dream graphic design job. I don't know why I did this, but okay, that was cute. So that's where I'm at as far as the job search goes, or the dream job. So, as far as my art goes, I want to, I guess, like, when I actually start making more strides in my art career, I'll come out and share the deity that I'm working with on that. But where I am right now with it, as you probably can't see in the background, like, I got my naked aliens and my art studio and stuff back there. Right now I'm finishing up my 3D naked aliens virtual reality experience, and I'm hoping that it's a little off, but I'm hoping that I will be completely finished with my the 3D VR experience by sometime, like, maybe May. I want to get back to focusing on it once I actually get this graphic design job. And so, like, I'm working on finishing that. I am working on a pilot for an animated series for the Naked Aliens. So that's exciting too. So I'm gonna do one more. It might be a little off, but it is still super, super cute. Now, if you're going to meditate, you can take, like, a clear quartz and some eye glue, and you can put it right there over it. And I'm telling you, because clear quartz, like a little chip of clear quartz, like, you will be outside fucking meditating and crying. Like, okay, like, that is, like, that's shadow work for you. Like, I've done that doing shadow work. But hold on. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I did my glamour magic routine, and we talked about Saint Expedite, divination, an update on me finding my dream job, my art career. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos, and even share this video with someone who you think will find it interesting. And I will see you guys in the next video.